Welcome to CuriosityTube, your daily dose of information. Spain, a country that once promised a high quality of life, strong cultural heritage, and a vibrant economy, is now witnessing a significant exodus of its citizens. Over the past decade, a growing number of Spaniards, particularly young people, have been leaving the country in search of better opportunities abroad. The reasons behind this outflow of talent and labor are varied and deeply rooted in Spain's economic, political, and social fabric. From stagnant wages and a high cost of living to political instability and widespread corruption, these factors have combined to make life in Spain increasingly difficult for many. Let's delve into the core reasons behind this mass migration and why people feel compelled to leave their homeland for a brighter future elsewhere. Stagnant wages and low salaries. One of the most pressing issues driving people out of Spain is the persistent problem of low wages and wage stagnation. Despite being part of the European Union, Spain continues to lag behind many of its EU counterparts in terms of salary levels. Jobs in both the public and private sectors often offer wages that are insufficient to cover the rising cost of living, especially in urban centers. Even highly qualified workers, such as those with university degrees or specialized skills, frequently find themselves earning significantly less than their peers in neighboring countries like Germany, France, or the Netherlands. Many workers, particularly in entry-level and mid-level positions, are stuck in jobs that pay well below the European average, and even worse, wage growth has remained stagnant for years. Despite moderate economic growth in recent times, salaries have not risen in proportion, leaving many struggling to keep up with inflation. This wage gap has become particularly concerning in urban areas, where costs are significantly higher. Professionals working in sectors like education, healthcare, and the tech industry find that their earnings often fall short of what is needed to maintain a decent quality of life. This imbalance is prompting many Spaniards to look for better-paying jobs in other European countries, where wages are more closely aligned with living costs, offering a more comfortable and financially secure lifestyle. Unemployment and job insecurity. Unemployment, particularly among Spain's youth, remains one of the most severe problems the country faces. For years, Spain has struggled with some of the highest unemployment rates in the European Union. And while there has been some recovery from the financial crisis of 2008, the job market remains precarious. Youth unemployment in particular is alarmingly high, often hovering around 30% or more, meaning nearly 1 in 3 young people is without work. Even for those who manage to find employment, job insecurity is rampant. A large percentage of the workforce is employed on temporary contracts, which can last for only a few months at a time. This form of employment offers little to no job security, benefits, or long-term stability, leaving workers constantly worried about their future. Many individuals, particularly young people, are stuck in a cycle of temporary or part-time work, often unrelated to their qualifications, with no clear path to long-term employment or career growth. Additionally, Spain's recovery from the financial crisis has been slow, and while the overall unemployment rate has improved, job creation has been largely concentrated in low-wage sectors like tourism and retail. These jobs often do not offer sufficient pay, security, or benefits to sustain a decent standard of living, forcing many workers to seek opportunities abroad in countries with more stable and lucrative job markets. One of the most significant factors pushing people out of Spain is the growing housing crisis and the high cost of living, particularly in major cities like Madrid, Barcelona, and Valencia. Over the past decade, rent prices have skyrocketed, and the dream of homeownership has become increasingly out of reach for many Spaniards. The rise in rent prices is largely driven by foreign investment in the Spanish real estate market, as well as the popularity of short-term rental platforms like Airbnb, which have transformed many neighborhoods into hubs for tourists rather than locals. These factors have dramatically reduced the availability of affordable housing, displacing many long-term residents and driving up prices for those who remain. In cities like Madrid and Barcelona, rent prices can consume more than 50% of an individual's monthly income, leaving little room for savings or other living expenses. Young people and low-income families are particularly affected, as they often struggle to find affordable housing close to their jobs or schools. As a result, many are forced to live with their parents well into their 20s or 30s, or move to smaller towns where job opportunities are limited. In response, many Spaniards are choosing to emigrate to countries with more affordable housing markets, such as Germany, the UK, or the Netherlands, where rent and property prices are more in line with average wages, allowing for a higher standard of living. Spain has faced political instability for much of the last decade, with frequent elections, coalition governments, and difficulties in forming stable administrations. This has created an environment of uncertainty, with frequent changes in leadership and policy direction, making it difficult to address the country's most pressing issues, such as unemployment, housing, and economic growth. The political climate has been further complicated by regional tensions, particularly in Catalonia, where the push for independence has created deep divisions within the country. The 2017 Catalan independence referendum and the subsequent political fallout have led to protests, legal battles, and a sense of ongoing political crisis. Many Spaniards, particularly those outside of Catalonia, feel that the government's focus on regional issues has detracted from its ability to address national problems, leaving important economic and social issues unresolved. This political instability, combined with a lack of clear leadership, has led to widespread disillusionment with the political system. Many Spaniards feel that the government is more focused on maintaining power than on solving the issues that affect ordinary citizens. As a result, there is a growing sentiment that other countries with more stable political environments offer a better future, driving people to seek opportunities abroad. Corruption is another major issue that has significantly eroded trust in Spain's political and economic institutions. Over the past decade, Spain has been rocked by numerous high-profile corruption scandals involving politicians, business leaders, and even members of the royal family. These scandals have exposed the deep levels of corruption within the political and economic elite, leading many citizens to believe that the system is rigged in favor of the powerful and wealthy. The most notable of these scandals involve the former king, Juan Carlos I, who stepped down in 2014 after allegations of financial impropriety. Other corruption cases, such as the Gürtel scandal and the Púnica case, have implicated members of Spain's two main political parties, the People's Party and the Spanish Socialist Workers' Party, further damaging the public's trust in government institutions. This widespread corruption has created a sense of cynicism among Spaniards, who feel that their leaders are more interested in personal enrichment than in addressing the country's economic and social challenges. For many, the lack of transparency and accountability in Spain's institutions is a major reason for seeking a better life in countries where the rule of law is stronger and corruption is less pervasive. A key factor contributing to the exodus of Spaniards is the lack of career opportunities within the country. While Spain boasts a highly educated population, with many young people holding advanced degrees, the job market often fails to provide opportunities that match their qualifications. As a result, many young Spaniards find themselves underemployed, working in low-skill, low-wage jobs that do not align with their education or career aspirations. This has led to a significant brain drain, with many of Spain's most talented and highly educated citizens leaving the country to pursue better opportunities abroad. Countries like Germany, the United Kingdom, and the Netherlands are particularly attractive destinations, as they offer more competitive salaries, better working conditions, and greater opportunities for professional growth. This exodus of talent is not only a personal loss for those who leave, but also a long-term economic challenge for Spain, as it loses some of its brightest minds to other nations. Finally, many Spaniards are leaving in search of a better quality of life. While Spain is known for its warm climate, rich culture, and relaxed lifestyle, these benefits are often outweighed by the financial pressures and economic instability that many people face. In countries like Germany, Scandinavia, and even Canada, people can find a better balance between work and personal life, with higher wages, stronger social safety nets, and more affordable housing. In these countries, there is also a greater emphasis on work-life balance, with shorter working hours, more generous vacation policies, and better access to healthcare and social services. This overall improvement in living standards is a significant factor for many Spaniards who feel that they can no longer achieve the life they want in their homeland. Thanks for watching. Please subscribe, comment, and like.